We all live under the same sky, but we don't have the same horizon. And we are all born in the same world, but do not have the same rights. Although we women have come a long way from the society our grandmothers lived in, our transition towards a modern world is still shadowed by the stark gender gap that infests every aspect of the foundation of our society. The gender gap is even more skewed in Oriental societies. Even the corporate sector is yet to see more women take on significant leadership roles. There are, however, a few women who have overcome all hurdles like the leaky pipeline, the glass ceiling, and the glass wall to shine through as pioneers and role models for the coming generation of women. But I would like to take you back in time and place to another era, India in the 1970s. A place where women were still struggling to achieve their basic rights. The 1970s saw the emergence of a woman of vision, a pioneer, an entrepreneur, an Indian billionaire woman. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, chairperson and MD of Biocon. In her words, she never let gender get in her way. So here's the story of the woman who inspires me and a million others. Kiran was born in Bangalore in 1953. She completed her graduation in zoology in 1973 and wanted to become a medical doctor. However, she did not get selected and switched to follow in her father's footsteps as a brewer, a highly unconventional choice for women at that time.
I call myself an accidental entrepreneur. I actually qualified to be India's first female brewmaster, and I did that for over a year. In fact, I did it for a couple of years, and I really found that I was really not welcome into the brewing world in India. Nobody objected to it from my family. In fact, my father was very proud of the fact that I was his daughter, the first woman brewmaster in the country. But then obviously the brewing world didn't think so. And I was all set to pursue it overseas when an accidental encounter with an Irish biotech entrepreneur who incidentally was also a brewer in terms of his previous career. And he basically sought me out and said, look, I'm trying to set up a biotech company in India, and would you like to partner me in this particular project? And my first reaction to him was not me, because A, I'm a woman, B, I am not someone who has any business experience, and 3, I have no money to my name. But I think he basically felt that I was the right person, and he pursued me and said, look, I don't think you should demean yourself the way you are. I see a lot of spunk in you, and I think you can make a very good entrepreneur.
With a new resolve in mind, at the age of 25, Kiran Mazumdar decided to venture into this unknown territory and took on the challenge. With just $200 in her bank account, Mazumdar opened Biocon's first office in a garage. Overcoming hurdles of recruiting, investments, and setting up the labs, she produced her first enzyme within the first year, exporting to US and Europe. The profits allowed her to procure 20 acres of land and set up her first factory in 1978. Undeterred, she moved on. By 1984, the R&D team was fully functional, developing novel techniques at Biocon. The rise of the star was noticed by Narayan Bagul of ICICI Bank, who helped set up the venture capital fund of $250,000. Biocon thus became the first Indian biotech company to receive US funding for proprietary technology in 1989. In 2004, when a company was enlisted on Bombay Stock Exchange, market capitalization of Biocon crossed $1 billion on the first day itself. Biocon was perhaps the first female-led unicorn of India. Since then, the company has grown exponentially and established itself at the forefront of biotechnology in the world. Talking about the awards and recognition received by this incredible woman would require a video of its own. She has been felicitated by some of the highest honors, not just in India, but also throughout the world.
Philanthropy to me is about sustainability. How do you change somebody else's life in a meaningful way, in a sustainable way? To me, that is philanthropy. That's why whatever I do, I like to, sort of bring about that sustainable change. To me, I know that I'm very, very pleased that I really, contributed my first big effort in philanthropy towards building a cancer hospital, where I was very concerned about poor people who did not have access to cancer care. And today it really, really makes me feel very satisfied when I go to the hospital and I just see so many poor people being able to avail of cancer treatment, at a very affordable price level. And then of course I've created a big compassionate care fund there so that, people can be given free care.
She built the brand, the company from scratch, all in a time when women were unheard of as entrepreneurs. Biotech, a limitless field encompassing enzymes, agri-bio, bioinformatics, bio-IT, environment, still remains a sector that has been hobbled very badly. However, despite all odds, in a time and place that lacked a cohesive focus on biotechnology, Mazumdar understood its importance and invested her life in building this heritage. And this is why I truly believe that there's nothing more powerful than a woman determined to rise.